Hello there, and today on Marvel Snap, a deck making guide, we have, what do you call this deck? Maybe a pre-Loki deck or the Devil Dinosaur Moon Girl combo. It's not a well-used combo, but it is used well enough, and it can be very effective. The whole theme on this deck is using the Devil Dinosaur guy, and since his ability, where is he on here? His ability right here is he gets +2 power for each card in your hand. So what you really want to do is have lots of cards in your hand at the end of the game, obviously, and you want more than just one of them. That's why we have Moon Girl, who copies your cards in your hand. So ideally, you want to copy the cards in your hand and have a couple of these and play one of these guys on turn 5 and then play another one on turn 6 and have two zones with really high powered guys in this deck. So this is a nice, interesting deck to use. It has less of a theme to it, so people might not know what you're actually trying to do with your deck, and you can try to surprise them. And most of this deck is like, as I said, like a pre-Loki deck for people who actually had this deck already and they got Loki. All it is take a card out and add Loki, and basically you're pretty much done right there. But yeah, let's go over the details on the deck and the way I built it here, and maybe you can get some tips on what I'm doing. So yeah, the main cards that we're going to do is our turn 5, our turn 5 and turn 6 is this card right here. So we don't want anything higher in our deck because we're not going to be using anything else besides this guy, hopefully. And if we don't get him, we're basically going to have to do, get along with the rest of our cards, basically. So that's what we're going to involve here. So that's why we have cards, strong cards like the White Queen in there, just in case we don't have this guy. We got to do something. She can still draw a random card. So yeah, what you can do is just draw a random card off the guy with her. And, she's pretty strong on her own at a 2/6 basically, or 4/6 for the cost and stuff like that. But yeah, but she just copies, copy the highest cost card in your opponent's hand. Oh, that's new. That they changed that text recently. That it used to be just copy a card, not the highest cost card in their hand. So that just makes it even better. Now you just use her and you get their best card, so you can use that on turn 6 if you don't get the dinosaur and you get her instead. That type of thing. You got Moon Girl to copy her and stuff like that too. But yeah, the whole thing is having some backup with this guy right here who kills guys that are 9 power or more in case they got some big guys and they're overwhelming you with that kind of stuff. And you got the Killmonger guy, so you can kill all the level 1 cost guys on you. So if they have a whole bunch of those, you can kill those. And of course we have like the armor in there to protect our big guy, because this guy can kill him. He's going to kill our dinosaur, so let's put the armor down there and at least protect one of them if possible. So the other cards we have in here are mostly to ignore the guy. We got the collector in here. That is part of the deck too. If you don't have these cards, don't worry about having the collector in your deck, and don't worry about having this guy in your deck. These cards are in there. Later cards you get later on just to screw the guy over basically and help protect yourself from other random things that might happen. You never know who you're going to face and what kind of strong cards they have. Same with this guy. You might not have Agent 13 yet at the start of the game, but you just got to replace that with some other little guy. I would recommend, if you don't have her, have somebody else you can use for a draw on there, like Cable. He's a little bit too expensive now, so most people aren't really using him anymore because, what do you get? Why is this guy turned 3 now? He just sucks. He was at 2 cost. You'd add him. I wouldn't add him anymore. But if you don't have like Agent 13, you might as well put him in there in case you don't have these other cards, and you got something you can do at least. You can draw one of their cards, so you get to draw one of their cards from their deck. So you might get something good off of that. The other draw card is Mantis. I don't really like using her anymore. At 1 cost it was okay, but at 2 cost now, and they still have to play a card there. So you get a 1 in 3 chance of them actually playing a card in that zone. Those kind of odds are kind of poor. So yeah, and then you can't even use her on the last turn too, because you got 1 more extra energy to spend on the last turn. You can't even use her to draw a card anymore. So, but yeah, if you don't have her, you're going to have to stick her in your deck basically. But of course we got the Sentinel in there because you use him and then you draw a card when you use him. So yeah, it's just a guaranteed, you keep your hand up with a lot of cards in it. And the collector gets, +1 power for every card you draw. That includes the Sentinel, and that includes the Moon Girl, who copies your hand. And of course you can only have 7 cards in your hand, so you're going to want to have, get rid of some cards if you have too many cards in your hand. So that's why I have all the lower card cost in here, because you don't want to get stuck with a whole bunch of high card cost and then draw this guy, and then you have 5 cards in your hand. You might cast Moon Girl, and you're not going to copy your dinosaur. You're just going to get 1. You're not going to copy him if he's at the end. He needs to be at the front of your deck to get copied. So that's just not going to work. It's going to wreck the deck. It's going to be a bad thing for you. So yeah, the other card we here is Scorpion, to make those guys a little bit weaker, and that's an annoying card to play. Same with Iceman. may I'm gonna make their cards cost more. And since we might not be able to use this guy, Electra would be a good option. Maybe save him for the last card to kill one of their level 1 guys that aren't protected, or their 1 energy guys that are buffed up or anything like that, just to be annoying. Also, you can use her later on. But yeah, this is the basic strategy of the deck. Basically, you just play whatever you have on there, and you try and get there, and then just wait to have these cards in your hand, Moon Girl and the Dinosaur, and then use Moon Girl and copy another Dinosaur, and then Dinosaur and Dinosaur again, and take 2 big zones. So let's get started and show you an example match, and see if we can win it or not. We'll go over there and just try one. Maybe I'll go into this one right here. Use some of these stupid silver tickets up and get started. It might take a little longer for the match though. Go there and play it. Let's see what we do. Oh, I've got one match right away. Look at this guy. So here we go. What do we got for the field? The first card you play here gets +3 in moves. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what we play here. Let's... Yeah, he probably got a good deal. We don't have a good deal, obviously. We have crap for cards in here. Let's make him cost 1 more. That might screw him up. That might make him think a little bit. He has to pay 1 more for 1 of his cards. There we go. Well, we can kill her with Electra. That's a good choice, right? 3 power for level 1 guy. Is going to get powered up every turn? Yeah. Cards have -1 power. Well, that's going to suck for this, but that's okay. We'll do that, and then we'll use her. So he did nothing. He's going to get 2 power for your guy. Now you get no power for your guy. Snap that. But, oh, there we go. Got a Wave Mistress. So we got something we can do that's okay. If there's more than 1 card here, destroy them. Well, that kind of sucks, doesn't it? We got a Moon Girl. I guess we can copy her on turn 5. That would be okay. -1 power. Yeah, let's stick him there for now. Let's stick him there. We didn't get our card. We didn't get our Dinosaur. And should have not maybe used that guy, but that's okay. Oh, we did get our Dinosaur now, but we're not going to be able to copy him. Because if I use this now, I can't copy these cards. I copied the 4 cards. He's going to be last. I'm not going to be able to copy him. That sucks. So copying him is out, but at least we can copy our cards and make him stronger. So we will stick him. How about we stick him where? Here. We'll stick her here. So yeah, maybe the bad part of having the Sentinel in my hand and drawing the other card. I probably should have waited if I was going to be smarter about it. Wait for this kind of stuff. And he had this card in his hand, so he could have killed all my level 1 guys, but he didn't. So there we go. Turn 5. What should we do? We should probably play this guy. That would show our hand. We can only have the 1, so let's not show our hand. And let's play this one here, so we can get our +8 on 1 of these nodes, basically, and cover this place up, just in case. We'll do that, since we got a couple of her. She's only 1 power. Oh, he's got a Ghost Rider. There we go. Oh, he brought it back anyways. Yeah, that's a nice thing to do. Get rid of all those guys. And we didn't get a 1 cost card. We should have saved 1 of them for the later. But yeah, that's more mistakes I made. I made those mistakes. You shouldn't make those mistakes. Keep that 1 cost card at the end there to draw an extra card. He's a good one to play. She's a good one to play, or any 1 card cost. But yeah, basically we just got to go here and then hope for the best is what we're going to do. We can't do anything else. We didn't get a very good draw. Let's see what he does. He snapped. He might run away. I don't know. But if I'm winning all 3 zones, I don't want to run away because that's premature. He has to take all 3 zones. So he's got to play a card here to stop me from winning this one. He's got to play a card there and play a card there. And he probably doesn't want to. He wants to play 1 card like I am. So I got the advantage of just playing 1 card. But his deck is probably stronger than mine. And more combo based. Like you put this guy in there, he's nice and strong. Doesn't matter who you get rid of, you can use Ghost Rider to get him back. So yeah, that's a good combo to have. Those guys, Swordmaster and this guy together. If you draw them both, obviously you have to combo them up, and then whatever you get to discard, you get back. that's a nice thing to do. But of course, if you discard like a one cost guy, you probably don't want to Ghost Rider him. He probably has the other guy for the highest card cost. So, extra combos. Yeah, so you didn't play all three. But I have the power, so I win. So we still beat the guy who snapped first. I made mistakes, but it worked out in the end. Because, I got the whistle here and gave me the extra power for this zone here to outpower him. But, yeah, who knows? But that is an example of how you can play this deck. And you can learn more from mistakes than from actually doing it and winning the easy way. That's what I'm saying for just getting lucky. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you the next time for the next deck.